Hare Krishna. Welcome to you in Godlogy. As you know, today's topic is what is the core objective of human life? So, our team has reached in Radha Madan Mohan Temple. And today, His Grace Srivas Rasbihari Prabhu will discuss about the topic. Prabhuji is a brahmachari and a spiritual mentor. Prabhuji has completed his BTech in Computer Science from NIT Warangal and MS in Philosophy from Annamalai University, Chidambaram. Prabhuji is a disciple of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj and he is serving ISKCON since last 8 years. So let's try to understand the answer of our question with His Grace Srivas Rasbihari Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे। Today's topic of discussion or the question from so many people is what is the goal of human form of life? So in our day-to-day life, we see so many of the species in our earth planet. We see animals, four-legged animals, we see fishes, we see birds. Like that there are so many species. If we want to count, the Padma Puran says that there are 84 lakh species that are existing in this creation of God. So, why does there is a prerogative for human life? Why do we feel or why do we experience the fact that human life is superior to all other species? We want to rule over the entire planet Earth along with the species. We see there is a sense of higher intelligence in human beings, and what is that? We want to address that in this video. So human form of life, if we see externally, we look sometimes similar to other species. We have 2 legs, other animals have 4 legs, we have 2 eyes, other animals also have similar senses that human beings have. But still, there is difference. We all feel, we all strongly have this in our consciousness that we are superior to animals or we are superior to other species in this creation of God. So what should be the goal of such a human being having gotten this human form of life? Should we do the same things what animals are doing? Are we entitled? Are we capable of doing something more? We also sustain our body in the similar way others animals do. We eat food, we go to sleep, we have a recreation system. We mate with each other, we produce more children, and we try to defend ourselves. Mahabharata says, Ahara nidra bhayamaitunam cha samanyametat pashubhir narana. Dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesho dharme nahi naam pashubhir narana. So only a human being can think something beyond what other species can think. And what is that? We can think from where was I born? What is my origin? And what will happen after death? Will everything end at the point when a person dies? We declare a person dead when we see that his senses are no more functioning. But then what happens to that person? Is it end of everything? Only human beings can think about the next steps of afterlife. Many of you might have seen that a butcher in a chicken shop keeps tied up so many hens in his cage, and he removes one hen after another and he cuts them and sells. All the other hens they protest for a minute, or particularly that particular chicken which is being killed, he protests or he or she protests for a minute, but the other chickens, they are just standing and watching. They do not have that sense of togetherness to protest against this. Whereas you can't do the same thing with human beings, because human beings are of higher evolved intelligence. So the human beings, if we are at the same level of animals, that we are not understanding what is the goal of life, like the animals are, then there is no importance to what God has already awarded us, that is the human form of life. So the human form of life is to be, the goal of human life should be something different than the animals. Because animals, we see that they are always engrossed in eating, sleeping, mating, defending, so to say, from Mahabharata. Whatever the activities animals do, they only think about this life or current existence. They do not have a think, or they do not have the consciousness of evolving themselves from one state of life to another state of life. So human form of life, when we should always aim at something which is not achievable in all other species. So we have so many things in our life. We see that a person is born, he is educated in a particular system, then he is forced to take up a particular job, he is forced to take up married life, social life, and then he has a list of duties what he is supposed to perform. So just think, is that all? Is everyone doing it? Or if everyone is doing that, how is it that everyone is achieving that special goal which a human being is supposed to have? So what is life? What is death? This is what a human being should at least make an endeavor. So the scriptures also says that the endeavor should be for something which is eternal. The scriptures say, Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Brahma Jigyasa means inquire something which never ends, or one which is inexhaustible. We all inquire about how do we gain money. You go to educational institute, you go to financial institutes. What is the main goal there? Earn money. But just think, is it always going to be there with you, or is it temporary? So when you get a human form of life, you are supposed to inquire something which is an eternal asset, not a temporary asset. You may have a big bank balance now, but tomorrow the bank balance may go. You may go bankrupt if the bank is found to be a defaulter. So human form of life is to aim that which is eternal, that which is of true value. We may be owner of a very big company, but then that may be taken away by you. We may have a great fame, like we may be a minister, we may be a very influential person in society, and tomorrow we may not be. So all these goals, so to say, are temporary. And human form of life is to achieve, first of all, to inquire, to know, and then to achieve what is eternal. So God's creation, He created so many of the beings, but then only this kind of intelligence, this kind of thought process is awarded only to human beings. And if human beings do not utilize this properly, then I would say that human being, although being awarded a golden chance, has missed the opportunity. We are again doing the same thing which other animals are doing. So human beings also are supposed to behave in a very responsible situation, responsible way in society. We see that the animals, they go from one place to another. They do not have a particular responsibility. They just mate with anyone. They just eat anywhere, right? So human beings, although evolved at certain level from animals, if we again do that in a little sophisticated way, we are still having our footage in animalistic life. So yes, human beings are definitely evolved than animals, and our goal should not be the same as what animals think. We are now 800 crore population. in the world, 800 crore plus. But think for a moment, how many of them are really interested to know who they are? What their life is all about? What happens to them after death? So the human life is to achieve what is not achieved by any other species. The eternal existence of the soul, firstly, this human form of life or human body is not the real identity of a living entity. So how do we realize our identity? How do we achieve the goal? What is the process? That is what this human life is meant for. And when human life is meant for that, human life and human energy is being utilized for that apt cause, that is the time when a human being can actually be naturally be happy, naturally be situated. Just imagine if a tractor is also a vehicle. It is so designed that it tills the land. The same tractor, you cannot use it for communication from cities for a higher speed. You have a high speed cars, and that cars are used for traveling from one city to another city because that are designed in such a way, or the aim of such a design is that. Imagine we use a high-end machine, a high-end car to go from one city to another city for plowing the field. It doesn't suit, it's not suitable. Similarly, a tractor cannot be used for commutation. It is designed for a special purpose. Similarly, this human form of life, if you carefully analyze, is designed for a specific purpose. And that purpose, God reveals to us in various scriptures that we are supposed to realize our true identity in relationship with God. So the Krishna consciousness, or what we say Hare Krishna, or the ISKCON movement, is mainly aiming to give this information to humankind that your goal is not just in making money. Your goal is not in just accumulating assets. Your goal is not to just increase political influence. But there is something higher, meaningful thing in your life which you are supposed to do. So to be precise, human life is meant to achieve God consciousness or Krishna consciousness. So we have revealed scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and so many of the Puranas which speak about how human life can be made successful. So request all of you to take benefit of this human form of life and achieve its real goal. When we get into engineering, or before that, our parents say your goal is to get a good educational institute. Then it changes, it goes to a good job. Then the goal changes, it goes to a good family life. Then it goes to social responsibility, or sometimes national responsibility. But these are all goals which are changing, which comes in the phase of a life. But actual goal of life is to achieve the innermost nature of the soul, that is to be eternal and be God conscious. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.